Oh man, I was really hoping to get more done today, but freaking annoying ass boss fights just haven't been doing too well.
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit, god.
What's this? Ask Erish about the jukebox token.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation? That sounds ominous. Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought them back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
Oh great, we have more
What's the deal with
dialogue.
BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. He's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be? You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. Lab coats mine black rock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it? Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
Hey, come on, it could have been worse. You know, it could have like melted your insides and made you, I don't know, who knows. But, you know, drink with little chunks in it, yeah, I wouldn't drink that either. It is pretty gross, but it's not as gross as I thought it was gonna be.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, you know, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
Okay.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. Remember, we got this.
Airlor's board countermeasures expedition defeating elite enemies. Okay. Use the token in the jukebox? Where's the jukebox? I don't know if I want to do that. What does it do? I mean, I don't really want to.
So how's it looking out there? I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My old ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Heptonstall, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss.
Ooh, wait. His name is pronounced Arish? I thought it was Arish. Whoops.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Yeah.
All right, back to work.
I don't really want to put a token in the jukebox because what if it plays music? And, you know, that music might be copyrighted. Now, I do have an option on here that turns off
What can I do to help?
copyrighted music. Because Control is actually a good game that takes that into consideration because they want people to play this. So, yeah. Television show proposal. Based on the success of America Overnight, we would like to propose the creation of a television series that presents a superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment in order to popularize these concepts among the civilian population and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public paranatural events. We can also use a solid media outlet to test paranatural concepts on civilian audiences, seeing how they react to certain facts presented as fiction in the event that the Bureau ever decides to make certain realities public knowledge. There are various show licenses that we could purchase and reboot rather than starting from scratch. One particular property seems promising, especially considering its content and tone are precisely what we're looking for. It's called Night Springs and has been off the air for a few years now. Oh boy, more reboots. How fun. Dude, it seems like that's what all television is nowadays, is just, hey, remember this show from like 10 or 20 years ago? Let's bring it back.
Need something?
We'll make a lot of money with it because it was a beloved show. But, you know, it's kind of hard to create new shows when a lot of ideas have already been used. And especially when copyright issues come into play. Because it's like, oh, you can't make that, it's too similar to this thing. Jukebox token single. Okay. But that's like one of the main reasons why I don't want to use the jukebox right now, is just because I don't know if it's going to play copyrighted music.
Good to have you back.
Now it shouldn't, because if we go into the options here, and we look here, mute copyrighted music. That is a very good feature, especially if you're, you know, making content. And that just shows that the developers for this game actually want people to make videos of this game and play this game on their streams because they know that it'll help. It'll help promote this game and make it even more popular. I mean, that's how I found out about this game, is just I saw somebody play it on YouTube. I watched like a couple of videos and I was like, dude, this game looks pretty cool. And then on Twitter, everyone was like, oh man, Control is such a really cool game and all that stuff. So I decided, yeah, I'd like to play this eventually. Unfortunately, it took me a year to actually do that, but, you know, because of the people I follow, I found out about this game, and it's turning out to be a very, very good game, and I'm having a blast with this game, dude. So that just goes to show you how beneficial it can be to let like streamers and YouTubers use your stuff as sort of like free promotion free marketing. Dr. Darling has personally recommended Miss Pope for a promotion based on her work ethic and assistance in advancing many ongoing research matters. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and a quick grasp of paranatural concepts. She's professional and diligent, though some of her co-workers complain of social disinterest. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Miss Pope to position of research specialist. All right.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him.
My brother? Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Okay. Hang on, what else do you have to say?
Jesse, when you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill?
I didn't. Who is she?
She is a colleague of mine. A researcher studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
No one does. Look, I haven't heard from Rhea since the hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research?
Of course.
Thanks, Jesse. Now, what's on your mind?
I visited the quarry. What's the plan for all that black rock?
The Bureau has used Blackrock almost exclusively for containment purposes. See, I say, branch out. Instead of boxes, helmets. Instead of blast shields, knives.
Knives?
Yes, knives! So many combat applications. Slicing, stabbing, gouging, or... Sorry. I've been trying to get Darling to explore combat applications for years. I got a little excited.
Wow. I did not expect that from her.
This place is looking good. Arish is making real progress around here.
Right? This place is a fortress. And with him taking care of operations here, I can spend more time analyzing the hiss. I've been attempting to isolate and neutralize the hiss resonance in blood samples, but no luck so far.
So you can't reverse it?
Not yet, but perhaps reversing it is too simple. See, if hiss resonance can rewrite human genetics, then perhaps it's a question of rewriting the hiss resonance. In theory, that could pave the way for custom human genetic alteration.
I wonder how often the phrase mad scientist is used around here.
How is HRA production coming along?
Better than expected. We've already made enough to get people out of a couple safe rooms. They're here, alive, thanks to you. And we never would have lasted this long if you hadn't walked in those doors.
You deserve thanks too, of course.
We got this place up and running together, Emily.
Okay.
I
That's
should be
it.
going. Enjoy your data.
Oh, I will.
Yes, data is extremely fun. Hiss threat. Analysis of hiss threat. Researchers were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating hiss entities. However, no distinction between this repeating phrase and the one repeated by the more violent hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of this repeating string of words? Is this how the hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message and incantation? We were able to record a first-hand recitation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio record. Can't read. If we understand... Okay, they are in order. If we understand the hiss to be a force based on vibration resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences if the incantation were recited in a different language? Most common word used is want, interestingly. Every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the hiss are referring to? Does the hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-hiss life, wants to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibly the hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There's clear intention in the words, dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend. It is beyond idiotic. To examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in his behavior. Establishing the timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communication between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer. How did the hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does hiss resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world, cross-dimensional destination. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff about the hiss. Making people think they want to be a part of the hiss or whatever. Sort of like some sort of hypnotic type thing, hypnosis. I mean, we already had the X-ray machine. We have a power that can hypnotize people, or, you know, make enemies join us instead of the enemy. That was what I was gonna look at. So where is the jukebox? Is it actually here? I'm gonna put this in. If it plays music, I'm probably gonna mute the video, or at least mute the gameplay, and turn off the jukebox pretty quickly if it does happen. Or I'll just cut it out of the video, whatever, I don't know. I don't know where the jukebox is. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find this jukebox, and if I can't find it, then oh well. But I think I'm gonna end things here. I know we didn't get too much done today. I mean, getting stuck on a couple boss fights really, like, drained any patience I do have. Like, my patience is just spent for today. Yeah, those boss fights were really frustrating. I think mostly the first boss fight we did against that, like, weird...
Good to have you back.
Worm-looking monster with the one eye. That was... I hated that so much. I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of that, but luckily it should be easy for me to find that, because I wasn't speaking that much. But yeah, that was really frustrating. Then we had the one against the other one where we were using our levitation and stuff, the one with the clocks. That one was frustrating as well, but not as bad as the first one. Yeah, it was just a whole lot of dying today. Really sucks. Either because I'm out of practice, because I'm not playing this as much as I would want to. You know, I'm playing like a couple times a week maybe. But that's definitely not enough. But it could also just be because the fights are actually getting more challenging, because now we have to incorporate all our abilities, and that's not very good for me.
Attacked by a new kind of hiss, and Arish got them out.
All right, but still, a security guard leading rangers? I don't know if I like taking orders from
More reading. But yeah, unfortunately getting stuck on boss fights like that does take a lot of time, and you know, not very great when trying to finish this game. Like I said earlier, I was hoping to finish this game before October was over, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And that means we're not going to be playing any, like, spooky games for Halloween or anything. Yeah, sticky note complaint. To whom it may concern, in case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note at my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I will be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or home phone. Sincerely, Jay Bozer, Vice Chief of Staff. Okay. So apparently all those sticky notes were just... because sticky notes duplicate. Okay. I like some of the stuff in this game. It's like some of the weird stuff that happens and you read about it in the notes. It's kind of humorous. So that is going to be it for today. I can't find this jukebox, so I'm not going to worry about it too much, because I really don't know where they have it. I'm going to look it up and it's probably going to be like right in front of me. And be like, oh, it was right there the entire time. I'm such an idiot. Because, you know, that's how things go in this game, or in video games in general for me. I just miss things that are super obvious. There's more stuff. Did I not check this place before? God damn. Hang on. We're not done yet. The America Overnight program has operated successfully for over some amount of years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America, it has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and altered materials by allowing civilians to call in and report their experiences with the paranatural. Yeah, that sounds familiar now, doesn't it? System providing disinformation to the skeptical population. Gee, which news does that sound like? Maybe something that's related to an animal. Oh boy. In fact, America Overnight alerted the Bureau and in its first year of Operation Alone. In this report, the investigation sector have cataloged and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AWE occurrence analysis. Okay. So that's what America Overnight is. You know, something that spreads disinformation and probably conspiracy theories and all that stuff. Unfortunately, we do have full-on networks on TV that are all about that stuff. And that's not good. And it's not just entertainment purposes, it is actually like freaking political stuff. And yeah, they a bunch of lying and deception and all that stuff. It's not fun. I'm not gonna name, but you know, think about animals, think about news, an animal name with news, and I think you'll understand. And also just, you know, a bunch of people spewing bullshit all over the place and freaking lying, deception. I think you can figure it out. But yeah, the fact that we actually have those types of networks is very, very disappointing. Anyway, before I start ranting about that, let's go ahead and end things here. That's gonna be it for today, and when we come back next time, maybe we'll actually be able to talk to Dylan finally. We'll see, but that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will talk to you all later.